So my friends, that's the third take here in Taiwan. My phone is almost dying, but I want to record with my phone because today I want to share a really personal video with you guys. And I just want to share one of my favorite quotes of all time in one video because it became one of my biggest life philosophies. And because I'm traveling right now, I'm actually implementing that quote so much that I realized that it's basically changing my life on a deep level. And I want to talk about this in today's video. So, as you can see, I'm in Taiwan. I'm back at my friend's his place. And you know, before I started traveling, I was really frustrated back in Switzerland. You know, I'm like an online fitness coach. I have my own business, but I just started out. I'm not making like a ton of money. And I was just there in Switzerland, you know, like just thinking like, dude, what do I want to do with my life? You know, where do I want to live? What kind of people do I want to have in my life? I was just like asking myself, I'm not the kind of guy like a lot of people here on my channel. I want to just have more out of life. I don't want to have an average life. I don't need to become like a millionaire or something, but I want to have a life that is aligned to my authentic self, because I always had the feeling that I was living at the wrong place. Do you know this feeling? Like you grow up somewhere and you're like, what the fuck is this, man? Like I had this feeling a long time ago. Like I grew up in Switzerland. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with these people? They are rich, they have everything they want, they're unhappy. What is wrong, you know? And then I was like in Switzerland, like now 26 years old. I'm like, dude, come on, let's just go travel. Let's just go on an adventure. I had no idea if anything will work out. I just knew I'm gonna meet some people. I didn't even know like how much money I will need. You know, I quit my job a couple of months ago. Complete chaos. No idea what will happen. But I was like, dude, no. Let's go for the adventure. So the video that I did with Suzanne Perrion was the video when I was in Bucharest. My whole journey started. And he said something beautiful. He said like, every 10 years, a man should reinvent himself. Also like girls if they want, but especially men, because I believe that in our society right now, most guys are not really men, they're just boys in men's body, because they never had to challenge themselves. And by going out into the unknown, going out there, like Jordan Peterson says, or how it is in the book Moby Dick, you go into the belly of the whale, you go into the unknown, you don't know what happens. You grow so much because you have so many challenges that come at you, right? So I'm traveling right now. I've met really nice people, had such great experiences because I was implementing that quote that I want to share with you today. That became one of my biggest life philosophies. It's from the book about the shortness of life by Seneca, Stoic book. 2,000 years old. And in his book he says, most people, almost everyone, is greedy with their money. But the problem is, or the good thing is, you always know how much money you have left and you almost can get it back. Even if you waste some money, you can get it back. But people are greedy with their money, right? On the other side, people are not greedy with their time. They throw it out of the window like it's nothing. But the problem is, you never know how much time you have left and you never can get it back, but you waste it. Again, example is, you tell yourself, I want to travel, I want to go to Taiwan, but let's go next year. I don't have the time, let's go next year. Or you hang out with negative people, you're perhaps in a negative relationship, but you're like, yeah, let's stay 1 month longer, and you waste your time away. The problem is, as I said, you never know how much time you have left. Of course, society is never telling you this, because let's imagine you would have a timer on your wrist and would know how much time you have left. People would go insane. But the harsh truth is, you don't know how much time you have left. Like something I never really shared on social media, but I kind of want to share it because it's a harsh story. Like one of my classmates in 2008, he was a really big fan of soccer, like football. And in 2008 in Switzerland and in Austria, there was the European Championship in football, right? And he was a big football fan. He was so happy to see that. The problem was, one of my classmates, like 15-year-old boy, he died 10 days before the championship started. I almost have like, just think about this, I'm like, you know, like rest in peace, man. Like it's sad. It's really sad. He died 10 days before the championship started. Like little, he had a motorcycle accident. He was like 15 and like a little motorcycle, like I don't know how to call it in English. He had an accident, he died. And now I'm 26 right now. I'm 11 years older than him. So now I'm like, dude, it's harsh. I could have been him, man. Like I grew up one village beside him. I also had almost the same motorcycle, you know what I mean? So what are you doing, man? Like, you watching, is there something you really want to do? Like for me, it was always, I was a big fan, perhaps you guys know the guy. He was a fitness YouTuber, one of the older ones, Greg Plitt. He was the first guy I was following actually on YouTube. I loved his videos, like motivational videos. I told myself, dude, I'm going to meet Greg Plitt and tell him that I love his stuff, that he changed my life, right? Greg Plitt, he died also in 2015. I was never able to meet him. Since Greg Plitt died, guys, I'm like, dude, if I like someone on social media, on YouTube, I want to be friends with him before he dies. I'm here literally in front of Frank Yang, his apartment. I became friends with him. I'm staying with him for 2 weeks. I'm coming back next year because I want to shoot stuff for him. The reason I'm coming back next year is not because I want to waste my time. I want to do something else in between because my time is valuable. But just to tell you guys, like, Greg Plitt died. I was never able to meet him. Since then I'm like, dude, if I like someone on social media, I want to become friends with him. I'm here in front of Frank Yang's apartment. And how I've met Frank, I could never have planned this. It's like law of attraction at its finest. I told you how I've met him in all the videos. But just to tell you guys, like, if I would have the mindset of, I don't have the time, I need to save money, I would never have met Frank. So for me, you watching, I know this message will not reach everyone, but the people that this message will reach, I don't care what your excuse is. Every excuse you have not to travel is just some bullshit you have in your head. Even if you're studying right now, I don't care what it is, you can pause the studying and go travel. An example from my life is, you know, my parents are a little bit older. My father is 67, my mother is 60. And I always thought my parents were unconsciously kind of holding me back, that I need to stay in Switzerland to make them proud, you know. I should perhaps go back studying to make them proud. And then my mom had her 60th birthday a couple of months ago. I was eating with them. I told them really sincerely, I was like, Mom and Dad, I need to be honest. I don't want to disappoint you, but this mainstream life, 9-to-5 job thing, it's just not me. I hope you're not disappointed. But I will never have a 9-to-5 job. I will probably not have a traditional family before I'm like 45 or 50. I want to have my online business. I will have my online business. I will move to another country. I will do crazy stuff. I hope you're not disappointed, but this is the life I want to live. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm really sorry to perhaps disappoint you, but I'm going to do this. And you know what my mother said and my father said? My mother said, son, I already knew you were going to do this. My father said, yeah, do whatever you want. In that moment, I was like, dude, I wasted probably 1 year thinking unconsciously I need to stay there to make my parents happy. And my parents had totally other ideas. Why am I telling you this? Because I know you guys are perhaps also like thinking you need to make someone proud. You know, like it's just in your head. So it sounds like spiritually woo-woo kind of stuff. But as soon as your mindset changes, as soon as your inner state changes, the outer reality will follow. It's a crazy thing to say. Probably some people will think I'm crazy, you know. I'm not like hardcore law of attraction, but I'm like in between. That's the reason I got this tattoo, by the way, to remind me. I can tell you in another video what it means. Perhaps I just let you guess what it means, but it's just a reminder for myself, you know, that life is short. Don't waste it. And a mindset that helps me just at the end of this video is, you know, I mean, if you live and think like, shit, dude, like I could die tomorrow, what should I do? It's not like, because, you know, if someone would tell me, dude, you will be dead in 1 year, I would probably take drugs, you know, everything, and just like be in the bliss before I die. But that's not the life to live. You need to live a life congruent to yourself with the right mindset. So what I'm telling myself is actually a bit harsh. I'm just thinking like, I probably perhaps live till 50. I have the half of my life already done. What do I do now? That's kind of my mind. That's how I live. I hope it's not law of attraction that I will really die at 50 and I'm 26. But still, because if you think you're going to be 100 and you know, like, oh, dude, stop with that. Stop with that immediately. So, yeah, this is it here from Taiwan. Let me know what you think about this video here. It's super personal for me, like, you know, all this stuff that just happened recently. Like, I had so many great experiences on my travels, and before I came, I had no idea if it will work out. I got so much support from my friends, like my beliefs, you know, because I've left my current environment, I put myself so much out of my comfort zone. My beliefs just like started to fade away. I'm like, bam, bro. Life is just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So, let me know in the comments below, what are you going to do with that knowledge? What is something you always wanted to do? Who is something you always wanted to meet? For me, it's like Frank, all the YouTubers, all the authors. I always wanted to have a podcast. I always wanted to have a YouTube channel. So far, I did everything I wanted to do. Perhaps I could have done it earlier, but I did everything. So what is something you want to do? Because I believe you should have a life that when death arises, you should be able to say, okay, it is soon, but I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I live the life, dude. I live the life. So that's the life I want to live. What is your life you want to live? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're ever in Taiwan, come here. It's a great place. If you follow me on Instagram, let me know. Being Coach Charles. If you're ever in the same city as me, let me know. I'm open for a meetup. I will be in Berlin, Indonesia next week, then Berlin, then again Poland, then Sweden, and then let's see what happens, guys. You never know. Life is good. Peace out.